What makes a Roblox game underrated? When you search up the definition of underrated, it means something that is valued or recognized much less than it deserves. With this idea, I believe when it comes to Roblox games, there are a few categories that make a game underrated. One is the average player count. If the game can barely get an average player count of 1,000 players, it is safe to say the game struggles to get new players. Second is the actual game itself. Is it just your average brain rot game with the sole idea of the game just to be a cash grab?
Hello, I like money.
Or is the game made by Gordon Ramsay himself if he were a developer? The passion, love, and overall quality of the game. And numbers of games might pop up already in your mind from all sorts of genre of games like horror, shooters, simulators, and etc. But one game that I specifically want to talk about is about a genre in Roblox I noticed isn't as popular, and that is tower defense games. There are really only a few main tower defense games on Roblox, that being Tower Defense Simulator, Anime Squadron, Universal Tower Defense Z, and Anime Vanguards. These games having an average of 10k players plus active. Any other tower defense game having around thousands of players active that can't compete with the top ones. Besides SpongeBob Tower Defense, of course. Now after that, a new question now is how is the most underrated game on Roblox be a tower defense game that deserves as much love as the rest of these tower defense games? Well, let me introduce you to
Pretty sure it was not. Oh, for God's sake!
If you were a Roblox player in 2019, then you remember this game called Bear Alpha. That one game about a killer teddy bear that has a 2D model.
You are gonna die like a French fry. Cause they used to be potatoes, but now they are not.
Made by the same creator, Cheetah Man. Almost 7 years later, made Bear Tower Defense. And oh boy, is it breathtaking for a game that was known for a silly bear killer.
Me cheese?
Give me cheese.
It's the bear's face!
Give me cheese.
Let me give you an introduction. When you first play, you enter this neon lit city, and I don't know about you, but this city is beautifully modeled. From its big lobby size to how the different modes have their own unique sections. Endless, Adventure, and Raid that has still yet to come during the recording of this video. Now let me give a quick summary of the gameplay. The enemies are these characters called Bob, a returning Bear Alpha skin. A basic summary of Bob, he is just this, whatever the hell this is, with no arms, just a torso and legs. The concept of Bob is that Bobs come in multiple variants. It started with Alpha and eventually came to Bear Tower Defense. Each Bob more unique than the last and are a genius choice for enemies for Bear Tower Defense. Some of these designs are well modeled, going from a magician to a whole mafia boss, and even a giant gummy worm. Wait, that isn't a Bob. Well, we have this cool boss here. There are even unique Bobs for specific difficulties, which I'll shortly get into. Now, let's start with the units, or should I say, the bears. All the units have their own star ranking, 1 star through 4 star. Each unit can be leveled up until level 5 in-game, and as you level up throughout the game, by playing and completing matches, you can unlock higher star ranked bears. Now let's start from the top to bottom, that being Bear. A bear obsessed with cheese and trying to kill you in the back rooms.
Oh my God!
Now a buddy, trying to help you defend against the Bobs. We have Bear, amazing unit for beginning game, and the first one you unlock when you join the game. Throws cheese at enemies, good rate and decent stats. Can't go wrong with the OG, just don't expect much from him in later games. Next we have Buckethead. This guy is your close range unit, very cheap and great for beginning game, and even late game in some cases. used to take care of the more tankier enemies. Moving on from 1 star to 2 star, we have Sam, character from Alpha, now in this game. Good range and good damage. I mean, just look at his aura alone. Amazing for early game. Costs a pretty good load of cheese, but it is worth it, I say. And speaking of cheese, next unit is Cheese Factory. Was a map in the main game, now a unit. His purpose is to produce cheese, the currency to spend to buy and upgrade units. Amazing unit throughout the whole game regardless of the mode, besides endless. And next we have Sidekick. He is a 2-star bear, but in reality he should be 5 stars. What makes him so great, you may ask? Holy crap, that's a whole lot of range and amazing damage. If you don't have this one in your loadout, then clearly you're missing out, because he is very good in every mode. Almost like he's better than Sam. Now moving on to 3-star, we have Big Cheese. Another close range unit, but a complete upgrade to Buckethead, because this is where we introduce bears with special abilities. As soon as you level up Biggie Cheese to level 3, you unlock this move called Shot Put, where he basically throws a heavy cheese altar and one-shots almost anything in its range. And it has Splash, which only increases in damage the higher level he is. Amazing for harder modes, and a need for medium. Next we have Rockstar, a support unit that when you place can grant buffs like rate buffs for your towers, and even discount buffs for upgrading towers, which only gets better the higher level he is. Amazing unit, S tier. Next we have the GOAT Cheese Lord. Cheese Lord is a ranged unit with amazing damage and spread, being able to hit multiple bobs for great damage. When you level him up to level 3, he has the secret buff where he grants a buff to any cheese tower units. This goes from Big Cheese and Bear, which is just my GOAT! S+ tier. Now 4-star, we have Electric Sam. Aw, look at this little guy. Damn! Look at that damage!
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring destruction!
He is the most expensive unit in the game for a reason. Most damage in the game. Amazing for hard difficulty modes and maps. 100% invest. Invest here. Next we have Tubby over here. Scranner.
Oh, my belly. It's all inflated and fat right now.
This fatty can block bobs with his lunch and even eat weaker bobs, like he's in a mukbang video.
I'm very hungry.
And has a special ability like Big Cheese called Scranner's Blockage, where he puts a fucking burger anywhere in the map for extra blockage that can also damage units too. Any other food this Tubby has?
Bruh.
Good unit, amazing for harder modes. Tubby tier. And finally we have Hypebeast. He has a money gun because he uses his hard cash to spray the bobs. What makes him so goated is he has an ability called Bling Bling Bling, where he freezes any bobs in his range for a couple of seconds. It may not be the best against normal enemies, but where he shines is against bosses. He has a skin literally called Boss Killer. Hypebeast is a unit you want if you want those harder bosses on a leash. And if you're rich like him, you could just pay to win and buy him in a game pass that costs Robux.
Bruh.
But don't worry, he can still be brought in-game for in-game currency for free-to-play players. British tier. Now that is all the units. Now let's get into the actual game. First, when you join, you want to enter into Adventure. When you enter this section of the main game, there are different sections with their own maps and difficulties. You have easy maps with Haunted Mansion and Lost Temple of Buentilia. You have regular maps with the Lighthouse and Monochrome. You have tough maps with Saltwater Pyramids, Volcanican, and Fatlands. Extreme maps with Statue of Bruce and the purple one. And last, event maps that have yet to come. Now going through each mode quickly, like I said, each mode has its own set of special enemies. Easy has basic bobs you'll encounter throughout other modes, like balloons and armor bobs. Easy only special enemies are chain bobs. They have a lot of armor, and when their chains are broken, they
Go crazy! Go stupid!
And the final boss for easy is Forced Off the Chain. One thing before we continue with all the bosses having their own unique special playstyle, they also have god tier boss themes. Just listen to Board Stops. Credits to the people who make the themes for this game. Boardstop can swing his legs to stun nearby bears, and jump to travel far and stun nearby bears when he lands. Knockout! Moving to medium mode. Great, the Bob's Mafia is now after us. Medium has these Bobs called Mafia-Obs, and what they do is make your life a living pain. They shoot any nearby units and stun them for a bit. And trust me, a group of them can ruin your day. And if you manage to get to the final boss, we have Grimace over here. Hedgehog Chop. The leader of the Bob House Mafia. The difficulty from Boardstop to him feels very noticeable. His ability is he can throw fucking bombs all over the map to stun all your units. And if that wasn't bad enough, he is tanky as fuck. This is basically the King Von of this game.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers was Head Honcho. One of the only few demons we done seen die who professed out of his mouth. The Bible says, what's in your heart, it will come out of your mouth. He said, I'm a demon, man, I'm on demon time. And he was a powerful demon.
So, good luck. Now we have Hard mode. Hard has some unique enemies such as Lightning Rodan, which sole existing is to counter the heavyweight champion Electric Stamp, which is a need for this mode. We have Bunny Bobs like this huge mini boss one.
Oh my goodness!
And the final boss for Hard is Velmic the Magnificent. He can basically clone your towers to fight your own towers, switch your towers around, which is very annoying, even summon spells like freezing or healing ones. Very cool boss and amazing theme. Soon, each map will have its own extreme theme mode. The only extreme mode available at the moment is Fatlands, with its theme being a giant gummy worm. I'll further explain this extreme mode in another video, so stay tuned. The gameplay down to the themes in this game is breathtaking, and it blows me to know this game struggles to even have a good amount of players it deserves. Last thing I want to mention is the extra stuff like skins you can buy for coins to customize your bears from these things called capsules. If you like gambling, then oh boy. Other thing is a book for your collectors out there. Going from enemies to skins and stamps you can collect throughout the game. Next is the achievements you can complete for rewards, quests to get more coins, even map masteries in the works. And you have Endless, which I will discuss in its own video because I believe it deserves to be its own separate video. But trust me, it's a fun addition to this game.
I have revolutionized tower defense games with this fun little trick. Essentially, I hate many current tower defense games because you just stand around doing absolutely nothing whilst waiting for enemies to be killed. It really drags the life out of the gameplay experience, so in the game I'm creating, I set out to completely annihilate this horrible issue with this: puzzles. The way they work is that during a round, whilst you are waiting for your towers to kill the enemies, an optional minigame will appear which you can complete to gain rewards. These puzzles can range from building a burger, to chopping some cheese, to even a full-on Wild West shootout. They can even feature little characters called bears. Aren't they awesome?
And that is a quick summary of the most underrated game on Roblox. One last question is why I'm trying to spread about this game's existence, and the truth is, it deserves it. I've been following this game franchise since 2020, And I know that if this amazing game ends up becoming forgotten, it will end up being cancelled, and it frankly doesn't deserve it. This happened with two previous games from Cheetah Man, Bear Star and Skengens. Bear Tower Defense has been in the works for a while, and when it first got announced, I'll admit, I wasn't sure about it. Coming from a guy whose only tower defense game he has played was Booklets! I don't know why that took me so long to pronounce. But when the game first came out, I was blown away and quickly fell in love with it. There is much I didn't even cover in this video, like skin fusions and batteries that can be used to buff towers that I want yourself to discover. Being a fan of Bear and playing the games that came out of it and seeing it now makes me feel grateful for it. And all I want to see is it to get the love it deserves. So please, give it a try. I'll leave a link down below so you can play Bear Tower Defense. And I hope to see this game alive and well. And that's it for this video. I worked hard for this video, so consider to subscribe. It's the best thing I can ever ask for. And this is Redo, hoping to see you in the next upload. And hopefully in Bear Tower Defense. Is the Papa Doomsday. Papa Doomsday. You gotta play? Yo, let's play. No, Papa Doomsday. Papa Doomsday, that's how you treat your fans?
Yo, Ronaldo, can I get your shirt, please? Ronaldo, can I get your shirt? Why are you acting like you can't hear me? Wow, is that how you treat your fans? Nah, never meet your heroes, man.